Greetings, my audience. I'm reviewing Superman from 2025 flick. I give it a 5 out of 10. While I did enjoy the movie, I felt like it was an unoriginal take on Superman, and I felt like we've seen all of this before. And I forgot most of the movie. Directing's oddly directed. Was the action, can't make out the geography of Superman being a badass. Visually, CGI is visually the effects are decent for today's standard, but this wasn't that great of a memorable movie. It's like one of those things you have to see more than once to remember you've seen it. Then you realize you forgot that you saw it. Then you remember, wait, if you forgot you saw it, is that a bad Superman movie or is it a good Superman movie? For me, it's a bad Superman movie. The worst one since Superman 4. Now, Superman 4 is a classic in my eye, but Superman the movie by James Gunn is not a classic in my eye. It is trash. With tons sexist jokes and lowbrow humor, was Jimmy Olsen tied to character? And that's the majority of the movie, of the dialogue like that. David Cornsweet is a decent Superman, but I think he would do better with a better script than what he's given in the Superman movie. He's not a bad Superman when he is given decent lines to say. And he can sell the drama when he needs to. And play the optimistic side of Superman also. Well, having dramatic moments, and yeah, there's that, but the movie's just so unimaginative, unoriginal take on Superman. Like, I don't think this is a different take on Superman. This ain't Gunn's take on Superman. This ain't, well, like a homage to Reeves' era or Henry Cavill's darker mature era. And it's not a sequel to the Man of Steel movie of Superman Returns, where Brendan Routh plays a jaded Superman, where he's not as, where he actually comes back to Earth. He's more of a jaded Superman hero, plays, and he plays a jaded Superman, so kind of similar to old-fashioned good two-shoes Christopher Reeves, how he played Superman. But he plays in a more modern time, and the Daily Planet's little discuss question about his return and stuff. And the world's not as optimistic about Superman as they used to be, more split on Superman and Returns compared to the Richard Donner films. Or even Snyder's era of Superman. Granted, they weren't as optimistic as You know how like Snyder's era Superman and Chris Reeve's era Superman and Brendan Routh's era Superman, they have different tones with how the world, like how like pretty much united, like everyone loved Superman in the Chris Reeves films with the world that he built in that Superman mythology. Like Metropolis all generally liked Superman and generally trust him and give him the key to the city in Superman 3. Brendan Rouse took a more darker approach to the stories. His era of Superman was one outing where the worlds were more first time divisive of Superman. And when you first see him, after you see the plane, you got the cheering, and then but then other people are sort of like divisive on Superman, and like Perry White is like wondering why the fuck is he on every news channel, saving lives everywhere in the world. So Snyder's Superman isn't exactly jaded like the old Supermans played before him. Because, you know, in Man of Steel content, he actually hasn't been Superman yet until the halfway point when Zod comes, when he gets this, when he actually tries to, like, you know, when, you gotta keep in mind, the plot of Man of Steel, when he gets the suit and takes on Zod and his army in the Man of Steel plot, this is his first day on the job of being a hero. I mean, I think he did okay. Got me for his first time on the job of being Superman, given he had no experience in training his powers and learning how to use them to his full potential. But for him, they were more like puberty growth home in this film, because in the Snyder films we see that Superman develops his powers through develops his powers early on, and so we see that in his flashbacks, and we see that Superman was kind of bullied as a kid, but he never uses his powers to actually fight back. He always knew how to control himself, control his anger. He learns how to suppress his anger and not give in to him hurting others that are weaker than him. Is why Cavill's Superman, even in the bar, when a guy throws a bear at him, he just quits instead of taking anymore, and then does something that Christopher Reeve Superman would probably do. He trashes the guy's vehicle for laughs. You know, Christopher Reeve would do something like that. It was how Superman, the events in Superman 2 played out, where he actually came back to the you know, at the end of Superman 2, how he came back to the guy that beat the shit out of him with how his powers, and he just like came back to the diner to humiliate the guy and says, "I've been pressing weights, working out here in the gym. Sorry for the damage. Here's some cash." He just did that to abuse his power for laughs, to make us laugh, the audience. That's what Henry Cavill paid homage to in that scene of Man of Steel. Man of Steel was a great movie. I liked. That's my favorite Superman movie. That, and also Superman. It goes Man of Steel for my favorite Superman movie. Like solo movie, it has to be Man of Steel, Superman Returns, Superman 2, and Superman 3, Superman 1, Superman 4. And all the way below is James Gunn's Superman, on the shit list. It's not even on that list because I actually love those movies so much. The ones I listed off before, James Gunn ones, which is what I talked about in this video. James Gunn's Superman sucked. See any Superman movies, just don't see James Gunn's Superman. Because it's unimaginative rubbish. Shit. Hogwash. Is why I give it a so-called 5 out of 10 points. Goodbye. Like this video. Subscribe. Grow my subscriber. Like this video, please. And see you in my next video. Goodbye.